Hey there survivors, it's Razius Gaming bringing you some more Ark Survival Evolved. Today I just wanted to give you a quick rundown on my base, and as you can see in front of me I'm showing the new Terror Bird. I do have another video on its taming process, so if you want to check that out, please do so. I also wanted to take a moment to thank all the subscribers and the supporters to the channel. It is greatly appreciated, and I love to see the community working to develop the channel and make it a fun and entertaining place for everybody. So thank you guys for that, and I will be looking for any comments and suggestions to future content so I can take it into consideration and make better content for you guys. So let's begin this tour. Oh yeah, and if you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe if you want to see more amazing content, and don't forget to share as well. So where we're at right now is currently the Taming Pen and kind of housing pen for all of my more immediate dinos. I made a small castle for them. This is out of the Advanced Architecture mod. I added a little bit of water area with a exit out to the main deal. Most large water dinos can actually access this area, short of the Mosasaur and the Plesiosaur. So the dolphins and megalodons and amphibious creatures can actually swim in, which I did test prior to this, even though I don't currently have megalodons. My megalodon had died recently, so 3 of the battlement towers are completely unusable at the moment. They are kind of just pass-throughs for a little bit of cosmetics. This is what you see me tame the Terror Bird in. It is the taming tower, which has an opening in the top to drop things in and tame it from a safe spot. And the opposite side is the breeding tower, which I currently have dimorphodons in to provide the insulation for the breeding. So yeah, these guys were released a couple of patches ago. They are very good for insulation and keeping warm in cold climates mainly, but they are a pain in the butt. So if you do plan on taming one, be sure to have a lot of narcotics. They take narcotics out the wazoo. Kitten gave me that little bit of information beforehand. So there's our 3 birds, the Falcon Argent from the Rainbow Zoo mod. I do have a series of mods. If you want to know them, I will have them listed in the description as well. Everything from the Rainbow Zoo, the Rehud, Akushima. We do have better beacons as well, and then the Advanced Architecture amongst many other things. So, as you can see up there with a brief glance is the main castle where most of the building blocks are. I have a drawbridge in each of the entrances right now. Here's my other drawbridge, which leading up to my custom bridge. It does not have pillars due to the fact that I am using the Sky Castle mod. I do highly recommend it if you want a clean look for floating bridges and things. What it does is takes the vanilla items, ramps, ceilings, foundations, pillars, and makes them all defined as a foundation, so you don't need a pillar to extend off of them. They are more or less their own foundation and items, so it allows you to float in the air. It is also the main reason how I have the castle floating itself. I have a sub-level of the Sky Castle for the foundation here, as you can tell. I'll show you right here. These whole floors are Sky Castle. And then I built walls based on the outer edge of the Sky Castle ceilings. And I just snapped it to this rock and extended it out to actually get the foundation. I will be doing future videos, so if you want to see any more videos, please leave a comment for build logs, and I will try to make certain builds for possibly egg laying or maybe just an egg farm. I have no idea at the moment. If you want to see something in particular, please let me know. Moving on, I have my bridge going up the rocks into a second drawbridge, making it really hard to attack this from land whatsoever, but it will also allow me to bring land dinos up here at the same time, which you'll see in a moment when we actually go through the front gates. Okay, so passing through here, you have the Anubis with the main entry stairwell. I have a couple of my oviraptors, my Gallimimus, and a raptor, and a couple of birds. I do have a side entrance to my workshop, which I have a couple of more of my land dinos, which, like I was saying, I can get them up and down fairly easily using that ramp. have my forge, where is a few metal nodes in this region. If you don't know the region, it is the South Center Peninsula with the ruined rocks. This refrigerator has about 150 slots. It's from the Building Extras mod, which is a very good mod to use as well. It does not need any type of resource to have it run, so no spark powder, no electricity to actually make it operate, which saves a lot, but the initial cost is not exactly cheap either. And this is from the Akushima mod, the armor and weapon chests. Moving on, I have just a little bit of everything. Vaults for each individual item. My metal would go into the smithing vault. I have my smithing workstation, which will have the various items for the smithy inside its chest. Same with the fabricators and the super fab, as well as the alchemy stations will all go in this vault as well. And here's your building extra mods. The far left would be the temple extras, far right would be gardening extras, and the middle would be the building extras core root file. So going through the gate and moving on, you'll have a staircase going up into the main corridor, which leads out to the main entry. This is a marketplace in production for RP style gameplay for different players to come up in the community and actually sell their goods. So that's what that plan was for. I have my fish tank, which was also from the Building Extras mods. My fireplace from the Advanced Architecture. Going into the throne room, I have a large fire. The lower area is empty at the moment due to it being my roommate's, and he hasn't actually built anything in it at the moment. It looks like he has his terror bird up here and some storage chests. Moving on, you have your thrones with the actual royal vaults, which are more or less the rare blueprint items and things like that currently. The items are treated as stone, and they will be destroyed by alphas or anything like that, not necessarily regular dinos, so it makes it really hard to damage the Advanced Architecture mod. Going up into here, this leads into the master bedroom, as well as the single bathroom inside a castle, which is kind of odd, but what can you do? One bathroom for an entire castle of this size. I don't know what to think, and Kitten made it, but she might have to make more, because honestly, I don't understand. One, it's a huge castle, as you can tell. Two, there is literally only 2 bedrooms, and 3, 1 bathroom. So it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom castle. That I just don't. I find that funny and ironic because I don't find that to be something that would be in a typical castle. You would normally have like 50 bedrooms and 15 bathrooms or some retarded amount of things like that. So the opening is fairly large and it's fairly big at the same time. So this is my bedroom with some of the more modern building extra mods. You have your candles, which don't light up. Both of these will actually, both the fireplaces will actually light up. I like the contemporary fireplace here. It actually takes wood only. It won't light with any other fuel resource. I have his and hers cabinets for storing stuff for when we log out, just in case our bodies fall through, because that is one downside to the Advanced Architecture, is your body potentially falls through the floor if you're not careful. So moving up the stairs, we lead into the kitchen, and then up there, I usually park my birds up there, but right now they're actually in the lower section by the garden. So I have a bunch of tables side by side to make a very large table with some chairs. You do have to put them a little ways from the table if you want to actually sit. I actually cannot sit in any of these chairs but this one, because this is the only one that's actually far enough away from the table. So, and then you have all your cooking extras mods, and there is a little donut here that makes it where you don't actually have to connect it directly into a piping, which kind of saves space, and you can drink out of these. And of course, it would start raining into the house. C'est la vie. Moving out into the roof area, it's very, very open. I have not decided what I wanted to do with everything up here. And the one other downside to the advanced architecture mod is the fact that you cannot build regular items on it because the spaces for each individual piece is like a 4x4 or 5x5 location. So each foundation, each ceiling, each wall is very, very large comparison to the rest of the game. So here's my garden. I have one of each of the major crops, four plantations of each one with pipes running out, and then this rain catcher. But I also do have it going through the ground. I stuck it into the wall. It's actually running down inside the wall, down underneath into the subfloor, and then it goes inward and down into the lake from there. Kind of make it cosmetically appealing so you don't have pipes running through the house or down the backside of the castle as well, just to make it look cleaner. I have my Quetzal lined up on top of the other battlement with some of my birds, and
Why
inside
is it
the
that
last
Pretzel Quetzal? Why is it that Pretzel Quetzal only sits politely on top of the circle thing? Everywhere else, he decides to stick his head in the ground like a damn ostrich.
And guys, that would be Kitten. She has a very valid point. Quetzals typically have a weird deal where their head will plop into the ground, and this one is very notorious for it. But it seems to only happen with other people after I write it, that their rendering of this bird will have them do that, and only on my screen will it not be doing that. So I personally never actually see it, but they all do. So going back to the actual deal, I did have a lot of my bugs or dung beetles in here to produce the fertilizer, which been in these, and they kind of fell through the ground. Like I was saying, they fall through the ground on server restarts and things like that mainly, but sometimes more often than that. So we have bugs out the wazoo down on different levels, down into the, I have one right there, 3 right there. I'm guessing another one fell somewhere because there was 4 in here at one point. So, and moving on, there is the marketplace once again, and we have Kitten's little garden going on here. Most people, unless you have a powerful PC, this wouldn't be recommended due to the fact that the grass within this mod is very labor intensive on the graphics card. So ensure you have a decent graphics card to actually run this. We did have it running out into the majority of the floor, and it lagged out just about everyone that came in here short of me. So the other good thing would be the water well. It does not need to be attached to anything. It's part of the Garden Extras mod as well. It does not be, like I said, doesn't need to be attached to anything. You can just plug in any type of water skin or canteen and it'll automatically fill it without any attachments, rain or anything like that. It has no irrigation level, so it never runs out of water. So with that will be my castle, and there will be additions, so be sure to check that out when they come. I might be switching maps in the next few weeks and doing a wipes and starting a new series there, so keep a lookout for that as well. If you have any comments, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a wonderful day.